I know mom said never to play with your food, but how could you not? Ribbit, ribbit. Hey, Sal here from SJ Cooks. So today I'm cooking up a chicken frog style. Now, what the heck is a frog style method? Well, it's a very easy way to flatten your chicken, and it kind of resembles a frog when doing it this way. Frog style chicken cooks quick and very evenly, and it's an alternative to cooking it whole or butterflying it. I was really impressed with this technique, and I highly recommend it if you've never tried it before. I first saw this on Instagram earlier this year, and then I saw it from Kevin over at Man Kitchen Recipes do it on YouTube. And a quick little shout out to Kevin over at Man Kitchen Recipes. He has a great channel and has a lot of great cooks, so be sure to check him out. Now let me quickly show you how easy it is to cut your chicken this way. Now most people will butterfly it or spatchcock their chicken by removing the backbone. Although it's not difficult or time consuming to spatchcock a chicken, doing the frog style method is way easier. So let me show you. It's going to require you to make 2 quick cuts on each side, right under the breast area. Now you can use a knife for this, but you can also use some kitchen shears, especially to cut through some of the rib cage. I'm going to use my knife again to cut through the skin on each side. This way it'll stay flat. Next, flip it over and give it a little compression with your hands. And that's it. I still have a bit of excess skin that I'm going to cut through a bit. Now be sure to play with your frog while the wife isn't looking.
Hello.
I've seen people trim the tips off the wings, and that's what I'm going to be doing here. Next, I'm going to be trimming off the excess fat. Now this chicken has a lot of extra fat in the butt area and just a bit on the breast area. But I'll be sure to trim off any excess skin or little bits that are sticking out. I know this frog style can look a little gimmicky, but let me tell you, it works. As you saw, it's much easier than the spatchcock method. It's 2 cuts on both sides, flatten it out. Chicken cooks fast, cooks even, and it cooks perfect. Next, we'll want to season the chicken.
Oakland dust.
I'm using some Oakland Dust Poultry Rub. I'll season the bottom of it first. And flip it over. Okay, now this is where I kind of goofed and I shouldn't have seasoned the top quite yet. My plan is to add some butter right underneath it, and all of this rub I just added is going to come off. Now for the butter, I'm going to get some soft, unsalted butter. I'm going to zap it in the microwave for a few seconds until I can handle it freely, but don't melt it. I'm going to season it with Oakland Dust Poultry Rub. And I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. And the zest and juice of a half a lemon. Well, here's goof number 2. I should have used a lemon squeezer to catch the seeds, and now I'll have to dig them out. Another alternative is to let the juice run through your fingers. This way your hand will catch any of the seeds. Now that I fished them out, let's give this a good mix. I'm going to be putting this buttery goodness right under the skin. I need a tad more rub, so I'll quickly add it and give it another mix. This butter will need to be under the skin, so be sure to get your fingers underneath it and get yourself a good glob of butter and place it right under the breast area. I'm going to reserve half of the butter for basting later, so don't use it all up. And I'm also putting some on the legs and thighs. As you can see, the rub I applied earlier is completely gone, so I'm going to add a bit more of that Oakland Dust Poultry Rub. Next, I'm going to be adding a rub sent to me over by Lance over at Sleeper Barbecue. This is Uncle Steve SPG. I really love how thick it is and definitely going to give the chicken a nice little crust. And here's our froggy all seasoned up and ready to hit the grill, or should I say hop over to the grill. I really like how the seasoning looks on the skin. Next, let's get our grill ready. You can use any grill you want, but today I'm using the Monument Gas Grill. Thanks again to Monument Grills for sending me this grill. This is my second cook on the 41847NG. As mentioned in my last video, this was very easy to assemble and it's got some great features that I really like. The 2 side tables on the side are very helpful, and the side burner will come in handy again in this cook. If you're interested in this grill, be sure to check out the Monument Grills website, or better yet, click on the link in the description for a discount code. Let's let this froggy hop over to the grill and start cooking. I have all the burners on. The middle ones are set to low. I want the temperatures to hit around 400 degrees, but I'll have to adjust the burners if necessary. As mentioned, I reserved some of the butter from earlier and I'm going to melt the rest of it down using this handy dandy side burner. The chicken breast is currently temping at 108 internal temperature, so I'm going to start basting. Now this grill was running a little bit too hot in the middle, so I turned off the middle burners completely off about 15 minutes into the cook. This chicken is looking good, so let me baste it with some of this buttery goodness. Be sure to baste every 15 minutes or so until you use up all the butter. And now for goof number 3. My breast reached 173 degrees. It's a little overcooked, but I know the flavor's gonna rock. Now if you don't want as much color, pull it out when the breast reaches 160 degrees. Or cook lower like at 350 degrees. And it'll be perfect. But honestly, I don't mind it myself, so let's slice into it and give it a taste. Cut a little breast here. A little breast action. Oh, that's so good. Hot, hot, hot. Also gonna cut a little. Oh, that's good. Little breast action here. Skin is really crunchy. Breast is super moist. It's really flavorful. Wow, I'm really impressed. Now for a little drumstick. This is very good chicken. Okay, so the flavors really rocked on that. If you want a quick weekday meal, this is the way to do it. Chicken will take anywhere between an hour 15, an hour 30. I'm glad I rubbed this chicken down with a little butter, lemon, garlic combination there. But also a special little shout out over to Oakland Dust. It was a nice little addition to the butter. It gives it that herbal taste. I didn't have any fresh herbs with me, but this is the next best thing that you could put on there. Special shout out goes to Sleeper Barbecue. Thank you very much for sending me Uncle Steve's SPG. This is an excellent rub. If I'm impressed with the SPG, I could only imagine that the rest of his rubs are gonna rock. Now, you like chicken as much as I do. It's cheap, it's easy to make, and if you need more chicken recipes, be sure to check out this next playlist. And I got a lot of chicken. I cook a lot of chicken and I have a lot of chicken videos. So be sure to check out that playlist next.